I've gotten quite a few emails about this particular bill, and I just want to give you a little perspective of where I'm coming from. And that is, when I ran an aerial survey and mapping company for over a decade and a half, I had to work, and I had to, but I enjoyed working with the U.S. Department of Agriculture, U.S. Geological Surveys, the U.S. Corps of Engineers, and several other federal agencies. And there is strict guidelines in terms of when you basically go through and map these areas throughout the country. You have to adhere to those. And there's really strong federal guidelines in order to what you can or cannot do in terms of altering the course of a particular river. In fact, in the USGS, they have blue lines. It could be a dotted line or a solid line. A solid blue line on the USGS map, it's a stream. It could be very, very, very small, maybe a couple inches wide. But there's also a dotted line, dotted blue lines, and that's basically it's dry and it's wet. Depends on the rainfall and so forth. You have to be really conscious of what you need to do and how you need to address that from the federal guidelines. So when I've mapped, like I said, I've mapped all of Kentucky, and in fact I've mapped basically throughout the United States, and even helped a friend of mine. We mapped the ocean in Alaska and Australia and other parts of this world. And I'm very understanding and sensitive, and I appreciate the gentleman from Webster when he worked with the groundwater, because that is a important thing we need to be conscious of. So, and I do appreciate him working with the Louisville Water Company in order to make some adjustments and modifications to that. So when it comes to overreach, I have heard on several occasions when somebody digs take a backhoe and dig a ditch, well, they got to get a permit. That's basically, they're trying to alleviate some situation, and they'll fill it back up, but yet they had to get a permit. That doesn't seem to make sense in terms of what the government is doing, and that's, to me, is a little bit of an overreach. So, Mr. Speaker, I'm going to support this bill, and I appreciate the gentleman from Westford and working through this and trying to find solutions to this. I don't have any serious concerns anymore in regards to this particular bill. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.